Hi, everyone. It's good to see you here. So, what I want to talk to you about today is about solar credits. What is one of the great benefits that's coming to us in 2023? We're getting a huge solar credit. Okay, so what's going on is that Congress passed a new law in 2022, and this new law is going to give us some really great tax benefits. The solar credit is a percentage, gives us a percentage of the cost of any solar electric system that we put in place for either the first or the second home of the taxpayer. So this needs to be in the US, okay? So this was passed in the Inflation Reduction Act, which recently passed Congress in 2022. What this does is that it gives you a tax credit up to 30% in 2023, and then for future years, the percentage actually goes down in future years. It's reduced and it goes down all the way to 22% before it's phased out completely by the year 2034. Okay, so this is a great benefit. What is it all about? So again, the solar credit, it gives you a percentage of credit towards the cost of any solar electric system that you install in either your first or your second primary residence in the US. So there are a couple of things that you need to be aware of. One, it's that there is what is a non-refundable credit? Is this credit going to be refundable or not? So the solar credit is actually a non-refundable credit. What does that mean? That means that the credit is only going to reduce your tax liability to zero. You're not going to get any money directly from it. So if your tax liability was $500, the credit will reduce your tax liability down to zero. If you were supposed to have gotten a credit of $700, that's $200 extra credit that you should have gotten. You're not going to get it as a tax refund. You're going to carry it forward to future years to reduce your tax liability for future years. Okay, so that's what that means. What about a maximum credit? Is there a maximum credit? So there really isn't a specific maximum. However, since it is a non-refundable credit, like I said, the benefits can be spread towards future years. So if you don't utilize it by the time that the credit is phased out, then you will not get the total benefit for the entire credit. Right. So the other things that you also need to know. What is a qualifying property? What for you to be able to get the solar credit, you want to make sure that you're using it on a qualified property. The qualified properties are either if you have a main home or a secondary residence. If you have 1 to 2 properties and you install solar equipment in those properties, then you can get the credit. However, if you have maybe 4 properties, 5 properties, you will not get the credit for the additional properties, okay? Now, who can get the credit? Well, you know what? You might actually be surprised that you actually do not need to own the residence. You do not need to be the homeowner of the residence of the property for you to get that credit. Okay, so if you are not simply, but if you are the resident, you're the one who is staying in the property, then and you install the property, the homeowner does not install the property, but you as a resident of the property, you install the solar system, you are going to qualify for that credit. The homeowner who did not install the property will not get the credit. Okay, so it's you, as long as you're living in that residence, you're living on that property and you install the solar equipment, yes, you're gonna get that credit. Okay, so what else do we want to know? When is the credit available? The credit can be claimed on your tax return in the year when you complete the installation. So if you complete the installation in 2023, then you can get the credit in 2023. And guess what? In 2023, you're actually going to get the full credit, the 30% credit. You will get the full credit. And like I said, that credit is phased down in future years. Okay. What about leased installations? When a solar installation is leased, the lessor is the person that gets the credit, not the home resident. Okay, so it's the lessor that will get the credit, not you, the resident of the in the home. Okay, so what this tells you is that there are lots of things that you need to consider, right? So not all of these issues, they should be taken into account before you make your final decision as to whether you want to install a solar system. You want to make your evaluation. Is it really worth it? Is it the right financial move for you? It might be good for, we know it is good for the environment. So if you are really simply just concerned about the environment and you don't necessarily you're not necessarily concerned as to whether you qualify for the credit or not, then that's okay. Then you can still go ahead and install the solar system. But if you want to make sure that you also want to qualify for the credit, you want to make sure that you speak with your accountant, your CPA, before you sign the contract for your solar system. Okay. So these are some of the things that big picture I want you to take a look at, to consider as you evaluate whether you want to sign up and whether you qualify for this solar credit. So that's it. There's some other credits that you can qualify for, and I'll talk about this in another video. But there's also a home energy improvement credit. There's a research credit. There are clean energy vehicle credits. Those are really, really good. So some really good stuff coming in 2023 that you qualify for. And so just let me know what you would like for me to talk about. Reach out to me. Send me a note in the chat box, in the comment box, and then let me know what else you'd like for me to talk about. I like to speak about accounting and finance and tax saving measures for individuals and for business owners. So let me know what you'd love to hear. And if you like this video, please like it and share it. And so I would like to hear from you. That's it until I see you next time. Cheers.